Hello, in this video I want to talk about 3 potentially extremely powerful interactions that we might have access to in the Trial of the Ancestors League. The first 2 are using the reworked Guardian's new Time of Need Ascendancy notable, and you can ignore the text over here. It's actually this new text here is the new effect of the notable. This is what it's going to do in 3.22. So this means every 4 seconds it's going to remove all curses and elemental ailments from you, and every 4 seconds you're going to regenerate your entire life bar over 1 second. Now the first really obvious interaction with this, and I'm not the first person to point this out, is Kaom Spirit. Kaom Spirit is an item that turns your life regeneration into rage regeneration, and Time of Need does specifically say that it is regeneration. Now, I'm not the first person to point this out, but the people I have heard pointing this out have all said that they don't know if it's going to work. I'm here to tell you for sure that it does work, and you can test it in the game currently, and I'll show you how. So here we are in game. This is my Dominating Blow Guardian from last league. This character has Time of Need. So this is the old version of Time of Need, but you can see it says every 4 seconds, regenerate 30% of life over 1 second. This is the exact same wording as the regeneration on the new Time of Need on the reworked Guardian. Every 4 seconds, regenerate 100% of life over 1 second. The only difference is that on the current 3.21 version of Guardian, it's 30% instead of 100%. So it's mechanically the exact same effect, just at a lower value, which means we can test Kaom Spirit with it right now. So I have Kaom Spirit right here with a Berserk gem socketed inside of it so that we can test the rage regeneration. And so when I equip this on myself, you're going to immediately see that I'm going to start gaining rage because Kaom Spirit is turning my life regeneration into rage regeneration. And if you saw at the end there was a big jump in rage. That was when Time of Need kicked in and regenerated 30% of my life as rage over that 1 second. So the next part to test this, to show that it definitely works, is that if I activate Berserk, you're going to see that my rage will start going down like normal. And the way Berserk works is that the rage cost of it ramps over time so that it's impossible to infinitely sustain. But you're going to see that even with the ramping rage degen, my rage is still going to jump back up sometimes when Time of Need kicks in. So I'm going to activate Berserk, and it's not quite going down yet because I have a decent amount of regen on this character. Starting to go down. Oh, it's back up to 50 because of Time of Need. Starting to go down again. Starting to go down. All the way back up to 50 because of Time of Need. Every 4 seconds it's going to jump like that. Jump back up to 36 there. And it finally ran out because the ramp became too much. And it looks like I don't have a whole lot of time to finish making this video because the realm is about to restart. So that right there shows that Time of Need works with Kaom Spirit. It currently works with Kaom Spirit with the exact same wording as the new Time of Need. Only the new Time of Need is going to be a much higher value and regenerate even more rage than the current version. And just a quick note, because one of the things you need to solve on Kaom Spirit is your life regeneration, because Kaom Spirit turns off your life regeneration so that it becomes rage instead. And one way that I can show that my life regen is no longer working is that I can equip this Forbidden Right gem and just use it to hurt myself. And you can see that I am not regenerating any life. If I unequip Kaom Spirit, I start regenerating. Time of Need kicked in there and regenerated a bunch all at once. So if I equip Kaom Spirit again and use Forbidden Right again, there is a trick though, because Kaom Spirit turns off your life regen, but doesn't remove your life regeneration value that it's referencing. And there is a life regeneration mastery on the tree that also references your life regeneration and turns off your life regeneration, but doesn't remove the value, just like Kaom Spirit, which means these both work together. They both turn off the same value, but neither of them actually remove it. So if I enable this life recovery from regeneration is not applied every 4 seconds, recover 1 life for every 0.1 life recovery per second from regeneration, I am going to get big chunks of life recovery every 4 seconds, even though Kaom Spirit is currently equipped and turning off my life regeneration. As soon as I apply, you'll see, give it 4 seconds, and I got all of my life back. So that is one way to solve the Kaom Spirit problem, while also using it to maintain your rage. There might be a way to build a melee Guardian in 3.22 that uses Kaom Spirit with Time of Need to get an absurd amount of rage regeneration and sustain Berserk for a very long time. Or you could go Inquisitor and use Forbidden Jewels to steal Time of Need from Guardian. That's another way you could do it. The next 2 things I want to talk about don't actually need to be in-game, so it doesn't matter that the realm is about to shut down. So the next thing I want to talk about is also a combo with Time of Need. So in a previous video I mentioned that I was pretty angry about how the ailment and curse removal on Time of Need worked, saying that it's not going to be very useful if, say, the 4 seconds where it would remove ailments or curses had just passed, and then you get frozen again, and you have to wait around for 4 seconds to get unfrozen. However, I did get a comment from YouTube user Kazyek, which says that the regeneration every 4 seconds from the old Time of Need actually only kicked in if you had life to regenerate and then went on a 4-second cooldown. Personally, I've never actually noticed this, and I've used Time of Need a lot, so I'm not sure if this is correct. But also I haven't looked that closely at it. I just know that the heal from Time of Need does feel pretty good, and it's going to feel even better when it's 100%. And this comment says that if it works that way, then perhaps it will only remove ailments and curses when they happen and then go on a 4-second cooldown. I don't think this is how it's going to work, but if it is, then that opens up another combo, which is Chains of Emancipation. This is another rage item. This is another way of sustaining your rage using Time of Need. The way this works is that any enemy that hits you automatically inflicts temporal chains on you, and whenever you lose temporal chains, you instantly gain maximum rage. And as long as you stay above 25 rage, you also are immune to curses. You will eventually fall below 25 rage no matter what, so you do still want to find a way to negate the temporal chains or other curses during that time where you're below 25 rage. You could actually combine these two combos of Chains of Emancipation and Kaom Spirit with Time of Need for even more rage sustain. So the way this would work, if Time of Need works in the way that the YouTube commenter we just looked at suggested, is you would get temporal chains from being hit, and it would be immediately removed by Time of Need, which would immediately give you maximum rage, and then you would be immune to curses until you fell below 25 rage, so during that time you wouldn't have temporal chains inflicted on you again, but as I mentioned before, you will fall below 25 rage eventually, so you do still need a way to negate the temporal chains drawback. I'm not sure how strong this one is going to be, and I don't even know if it's going to work like that, because like I said, I don't know if that's exactly how Time of Need is going to work. I don't think it is. So this one is sort of a maybe, and if it works, it's definitely going to be strong. My hunch is that it's not going to work. One more quick note in editing. If Time of Need works like this, and if you can sustain your rage above 25 for 4 seconds, then after those 4 seconds, when you drop below 25 rage, you would no longer be immune to curses, and when you then get hit, you would immediately get cursed with temporal chains again, which would be removed by Time of Need, which is ready because 4 seconds have passed, and then you would immediately go up to max rage again, and then if you can sustain that for another 4 seconds, it would just repeat. Eventually, this will just become impossible, but again, it is another way to sustain rage for even longer while using Berserk. So we started with one combo that definitely works, and then one combo that might work, but probably not. And for the final one, I'm going with one that almost definitely won't work, or it's going to be extremely powerful. So what we know about tattoos so far is that we can right-click them and then apply them to passives on our passive tree. We can only have 50 total tattoos, and the tattoo will change what that passive does. And we also know that you can use an Orb of Scouring to remove the tattoo from a passive. What we don't know is, can we use these tattoos on unallocated passives? And even if we can't, can we allocate a passive and apply a tattoo to that allocated passive, then use an Orb of Regret to remove that passive, and will that passive still be transformed by the tattoo? And my hunch on this is that yes, it would still be transformed, because otherwise we wouldn't really need the Orb of Scouring option to change it if you could use an Orb of Regret to reset it. Although depending on where you put the tattoo on your tree, that might mean using a lot of Orbs of Regret to do that, so that might be why we were given the option of using Orbs of Scouring on individual tattoos. Anyway, the reason I want to know this, the reason I want to know if an unallocated passive can be tattooed, is because Unnatural Instinct exists. Unnatural Instinct is a jewel with a small radius that gives you all of the bonuses of all of the small passives that are not allocated within its radius. Does this work with tattoos? Somehow I haven't actually seen any mention of this or anyone ask if this works. Maybe it's been asked before, maybe I missed it, but if this works, it's going to be incredibly powerful as a way of customizing your build to an extreme degree, And Unnatural Instinct, which is already a very rare chase item, is probably going to become the chase item of Ancestor League if this works. Again, I have no idea if this is going to work, and I'm really guessing that it won't. But if it does, be ready for Unnatural Instinct to skyrocket in price. That's it for now. I should have a couple more videos coming over the next couple of days, just talking about my League start plans, what I plan to do for a build, and what I plan to do for getting started and making currency. Thank you for watching. Good luck on your League start. Have a great day.